It's time for today's Polka update. Let's see what's been happening. So far the Polkadot Parachains are on break. We're still waiting for auction A to begin and for Centrifuge to start winning those bids, as they're very clearly in the lead by a lot compared to Hydra DX, and I don't think Hydra will get almost $2 million out of the blue, especially as apparently there's been some FUD around with the community and Hydra DX and Basilisk for the delays with the liquidity bonding event, and the fact that it has a dependency on enabling token transfers. Even if we have them already in our wallets, it doesn't mean we can transfer them, because remember, we need to wait for that liquidity bonding event, and until that happens, then we can't do anything. So the community is getting super anxious and angry as well, right? But it is what it is. We'll have to see. I think they'll eventually do it. It's just delayed, right? Also, Interlay and Equilibrium have about the same contributions as they had when I last checked, so no major changes there. Nodal is quite far off from Equilibrium, so they're likely going to do something in batch 3 of the auctions, which will be quite some time away. Remember that every parachain auction on Polkadot takes 2 weeks, and there will be 4 more auction winners chosen before the end of batch 2. Also, anybody else who has not received any significant contributions will likely have to wait until auction 11, when surprises could arise depending on the market conditions, because that'll be like the battle for the last auction in the batch. Right now, everyone fears for their capital and is not even thinking of contributions, but worry about a possible bear market. Personally, I think that even if it does come, it will probably last 5 to 6 months at most, and not 2 years like the last one, which was pretty terrible. Next up, for Kusama. We already know Integrity won and likely made many people happy, because they won with such few contributions that those who contributed will receive a large bag of tokens. And they also had 10 million total supply. If you remember that video I did quite some time ago, before we knew about the KSM starter FUD and we actually supported Integrity. So the contributors must be delighted regardless of that KSM starter FUD that they had. Pichu still had very few contributions, but more than the last time I covered them. They're now on 409 KSM, and if you don't know who Pichu are, they are the canary network of Kylin Network. Kabocha have not started a crowdloan yet, but will have my eyes on this one, because as I said in the last Polka update, any Moonriver and Shiden competitor is on my watch list. Now there's definitely room for 1 or 2 more in ecosystem, and there is another one which is under development at the moment, called Gear. I was listening to an AMA on Polka House Twitter space yesterday where Gear and Sora Network spoke, and Gear will do the same as Moonriver, Shiden and Kabocha, which is to offer the EVM functionality and to facilitate smart contract porting from Ethereum over to Kusama. But notice one new addition to the list. Yes, that's called Litmus. That's one we'll talk about today for a bit, but don't forget that if you want to contribute to Pontem NOX, Facebook and Kusama's bridge project, you can sign up now for a 30% early bird bonus in preparation for their crowd loan. I'll add the link in both the description of this video and in the pinned comment in case you decide to contribute. Aside from the early 30% early bird bonus, there will likely be a 5% referral bonus for you as well using my link. So the bigger the bonus, the better your return for locking KSM up for 11 months will be. Now, to get back to Litmus, they're also now visible in the Polkadot web wallet under Kusama and Parachains, and there'll be a para thread very soon. I will be looking into the details of their crowd loan once they're available, and will give you my thoughts if it's good or not, as I will with Kabocha and Pontem NOX as well. But if you've been wondering all this time since I've mentioned it, what is Litmus? Well, it's Light Entry's Canary Network. The digital identity project of Polkadot decided to launch a Canary network on Kusama, and I find it a bit odd that he decided to do it after starting the Polkadot crowdloan. Normally, every team begin on Kusama with a Canary to test things out before going to Polkadot, but I'm assuming they're aware that it will take them another few months till they potentially win a parachain auction on Polkadot, maybe in round 3 or 4. So that gives them enough time to launch on Kusama. Who knows? Only they do. But I will try and get more details on this because I'm interested in the tokenomics. And before we continue on with the rest of the news today, I'd like to take a moment to thank today's video sponsors, Dogedi. So I'll be playing this short clip. Thank you. Dogedi, the token from a galaxy far, far away, is a cryptocurrency which by holding grants the holders with passive income in BNB through various features that they have to offer, such as an auto buyback hyperdeflationary function. Dogedi is powered by the Dogedi token. Dogedi is a collateralized cryptocurrency that grants investors holding Dogedi instant BNB rewards on all transactions with auto claim and protects them with its unique Death Star feature, which is an auto boost buyback and burn protocol. They also have 4 other cool features to offer, called Burn, Reward, and Animal Charity, aside from Death Star. They'll also be developing the Dogedi card game, which will be fully integrated with the new Facebook Metaverse. There'll be a marketplace for cards, but also a player battle in a virtual arena with a VR. The team will publish a first trailer, which will tell us more about the game. But Dogedi card game should also have a Dogedi card system, which is an NFT collectible card game that will catapult you into the exciting challenges between Dogedi to the sound of lightsaber fights. Check out dogedi.com from the description of this video for more details. Thank you. Acala token transfers will finally be enabled on the 25th of January at roughly 5 AM UTC, so let's see how they will perform. I'm eager to see, considering they launched Karura with a bang, but were fairly quiet about the launch of Acala for some reason once the crowdloan had been won. Maybe it's the silence before the storm, as they've said that a new product will be coming to Acala very soon, which I'm eager to see what it is. But by the way, remember when Karura launched, it was like the absolutely worst day of 2021 when the markets were at the absolute bottom and the token traded like $3, I believe it was there, and maybe $4, but then it quickly dumped to $3. So they're doing exactly the same with Acala. Talk about unlucky, right? Every single launch, an absolute dump, but it is what it is. Also, if you've not received your ACA yet, the team said some people had to manually claim. So check the link in the description of this video and follow the steps in that link to claim your ACA tokens and get them to your wallet within 48 hours before it's too late and trading begins. With these market conditions though, if you want to have your tokens available on exchanges, you should probably think about getting those done as soon as possible. So that's why I'm saying claim them as soon as possible if you didn't already do so. If you plan to sell before any kind of price pump will happen, it will be in the first 10 to 15 minutes, remember, as we've seen with everything else. I just hope that ACA won't be listed on Gate first, but on KuCoin or Huobi or even Kraken. Now, Gate haven't been the nicest when Aster listed first on there, and they didn't show people their available balance for like 5 minutes till after trading begun. This of course prevented people from being able to sell early, and they were faced with a massive dump. But it is what it is, right? So you just have to be careful with Gate. Unfortunately, I'm not saying that it's definitely going to happen again with ACA, but considering that this has happened with Aster, I'd be wary about this. So I'm personally not going to be sending anything to Gate if they will be starting trading on Gate first, okay? But that's just me. You can do you. Now, Moonbeam announced that Moonwell DeFi, which is a DeFi protocol that allows you to borrow and lend your crypto, will launch on Moonbeam after its Moonwell Apollo launch on Moonriver. And I'm happy to see the new types of protocols being launched on Moonriver and Moonbeam, and not just DEXs. And I really believe we'll see Metaverses get launched too eventually in 2022. We just need to give them time. So far, it's just DEXs and NFT projects, mostly with the odd DeFi one popping up like Moonwell. But I think that the real trigger for Moonbeam and Moonriver's growth will be the Metaverse projects. And I hope that the team can help get some onboarded, because at the end of the day, they can actually do something about this, right? If they stay quiet and they don't do anything, then it's going to be hard for teams to find them. Perhaps there are some that are lined up already and they're going to surprise us. But if not, I really hope that the team can do something. Next up, we got some news from Bitcountry. They hired a number of people this month and are ramping up development to deliver the long-awaited for Metaverse platform on Kusama. Bitcountry Pioneer, and they're publicly advertising that Chris will be the head of community and support. So welcome, Chris. I'm really looking forward to seeing the NEAR token become tradable and for the Metaverse platform to launch, as I believe this will be the next Kusama gem that we're waiting for since Moonriver. I think this is really going to be the one. Now, they also got a mention by News BTC as being one of the top 3 Metaverse projects. So that puts them into the eyes of many eagerly waiting people who want to get in and didn't do so during the crowdloan stage. Now, there's also some sort of regret because people find out about these gems later on. The same thing happened with Moonriver, but it is what it is. You can't catch them all, right? Next up, to take a look at what Darwinia have been up to, it seems Megan, who is a team member focusing on the Metaverse aspect on Darwinia and Evolution Land, and also a very helpful admin in the official Darwinia channel on Telegram, has joined Discord recently to spread the word about Darwinia and their rollout to 6 different ecosystems. Now, I'm eager to see how things will progress. Also, a little bird told me that they'll be doing some work together with Bitcountry Pioneer, so that should be interesting, and we'll see how it turns out in the coming months when it will probably happen. Megan is also spreading the word by going to AMAs and will be attending an AMA on the Parachain domain Telegram channel on the 24th of January at 12 p.m. EST. If you want to find out the latest or simply ask questions in the AMA, you can join it by going to t.me/parachain domain. That is the link to the channel as you see in this image here. And talking about metaverses, it looks like Darwinia's Ring and Katon have made it in the top 30 metaverse projects as evaluated by Gameverse. But what I really like about this image is that you can also see a list of other metaverse projects which you probably never heard of before, and it definitely helps with the research in case you might find a new gem. And this is why I'm sharing this. Now, I don't know about the majority of these, so we'll be doing some digging when I get some free time to see which one looks tempting, as I don't want to convert myself into a Bitcountry maxi and want to be open to other metaverse projects at the end of the day, which could be promising even if they're not developing on Polkadot or Kusama. Also, RMRK have launched on Bifrost, so you can use the teleport feature between StateMine and Bifrost through XCM. And I like the fact that Bifrost are working together with Zenlink, which has become my favorite DEX, by the way, and I'm looking to accumulate more ZLK tokens while they're still cheap. But keep in mind, I said DEX, not order book DEX, which is going to be Polkadex, and on which I'll be doing a dedicated video on tomorrow, so please stay tuned for that and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. RMRK can now be easily stored on Bifrost Parachain and of course swapped over from StateMine with the cross-in feature that Bifrost wallet is offering us, and that's the feature on the right hand side that you see in this image. Is called cross-chain. When you click on that drop down, it gives you the option of cross-in. That means bringing in the funds from StateMine over to Bifrost Parachain. Now, I think that even if Parallel have surpassed Bifrost in terms of usage for contributing to the crowd loans, Bifrost have managed to find a way to focus on other aspects. And these cross-chain features using XCM and Teleport is one of those awesome features for cross-chain compatibility. And Zenlink are doing that as well to offer us the trading features for cross-chain. That's been it from today's video. I'll be wrapping this up, but before, kind reminder to use up any of my referral links if you decide to contribute to Pontem NOX on Kusama or Crab Network, and also Polkadot's Rev bonus links for Centrifuge, Interlay, and Equilibrium can be found in the description of this video. Thanks as always for watching. It's very much appreciated. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.